Today we're going to look at creature commands. Creatures that have like different modes that you can use from today. And then I'm going to start it off with Goblin Crater Maker. This is a 2-mana 2/2 Goblin Warrior. Now when it's on the battlefield, you can pay 1 and sacrifice it. And it can deal 2 damage to target creature, or you can destroy target colorless non-land permanent. It'd actually be supremely busted if you could actually destroy the lands. But any other colorless card, maybe some of those Eldrazi's, maybe a creature with a devoid. Goblin Crater Maker has got something coming to them. All right, next up we got Little Deadfly says, "Let's play a game." That's a little creepy, I would say. Okay, this is a 4-mana sorcery with Delirium. Choose. No, this is not a creature. This is supposed to be a creature. Okay, well, okay. Little Deadfly does not get it. Let's go with Steve Cooper. Riku of Many Paths. We're looking for creatures. Creatures that will at least say choose something on it. When you cast a modal spell, an actual modal spell, choose up to X, where X is the number of times you chose a mode for that spell. Okay. Exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play it now, or put a +1/+1 counter on Riku of Many Paths. It gains trample until end of turn. Or create a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying. That's interesting. You got to play your modal spells to get like extra modes out of your modal creatures here. Kenrith has just a bunch of activated abilities. That absolutely does not count. I hope this is not going to be a complicated show. Eldrazi Buster. So, is it called Eldrazi Buster? Eldrazi Bust? Eldrazi, that doesn't exist. Sorry about that. I don't know what it is. Charming Prince, Beanpot. You guys are familiar with the commands, right? Cryptic command. Well, there's a cycle. I don't remember the other ones. There are creatures of the similar vein, because for 2 mana, we have a 2/2 that when it enters the battlefield, you can scry 2, you can gain 3 life, or exile another target creature you own, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Maybe it's going to be another Charming Prince to blink your other Charming Prince. As far as I'm concerned. Oh, that was just a comment on the Goblin Crater Maker. Oh, you want to blow up... it's an Eldrazi Buster. That's right. That's what the Crater Maker is. Absolutely. Just a random mage with Gala Greeters. Gala Greeters. And when they greet, I guess, quite hostily. This is a 2-mana 1/1. It's got Alliance. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. So you can do it multiple times, but you can't go overboard. If you got more than 3 creatures, it's the end of the show. You can put a +1/+1 counter on the Gala Greeters. You can create a tap treasure token, or you can gain 2 life. So I guess they realized, well, with some token generators, this thing can buff itself up like super fast. Yeah, imagine you have to choose something that hasn't been chosen this turn. Otherwise, you can just go like 2/2, 3/3, 4/4. And what's wrong with that? We got like Champion of the Parish. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. All right, moving on. Let's go with Henrik, Urtai's Resurrection. Urtai's. Oh, is this the Dimir card? Urtai Resurrection. Oh, sorry, Urtai Resurrected. Urtai is back. And better than ever. It's a 4-mana 3/2 flash Phyrexian Human Wizard. And when it enters the battlefield, you choose up to 1. You can counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controller draws a card. Or you can destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller still draws a card. I expected this card to be so much better when it came out. Still good creature, don't get me wrong. You know what? You put a body on the battlefield, you swipe another body off the battlefield, but your opponent still gets to draw a little something with a little something more than I would have expected. Meme Brule with a super chat. Nostro. Am I pronouncing that right? Gnostro, Voice of the Crags. It is a 4-mana 3/3 Chimera. Tap, choose 1. X is the number of spells you've cast this turn. Does this have some sort of synergy with Storm by any chance. You can either scry X, Gnostro, voice of the Crags, gets deals X damage to target creature, or you can gain X life. What a horrible payoff for storming off this turn. I don't mind the scrying. Scrying is good. Scrying digs for more cards that you can keep comboing into more storming off. Dealing X damage to a target creature, also pretty good. Gaining a few little life points, I guess that's fine when you go to the dump. I guess it's fine late game when your life total is in the complete pits. Next up, we got Julian with Skin Shifter. Skin Shifter is a 2-mana 1/1 human shaman. Pay green, choose 1. Until end of turn, Skin Shifter becomes a 4/4 rhino and gains trample. Or until end of turn, Skin Shifter can turn into a 2/2 bird and gains flying. Or until end of turn, it becomes a 0/8 plant. Activate this ability only once each turn. We are looking at him in plant form. Honestly, it really looks like they just put a bunch of grass on themselves. I would like to really see how they do the rhino or bird trick, if you know what I mean. Okay, Blackbird with Dread Presence. Dread Presence, the 4-mana 3/3. Whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, you can choose 1. You can either draw a card and you lose 1 life. I think that's a fantastic ability. Or Dread Presence deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. Dread Presence has such good synergy with itself. You can kill things, also gain life, which you can then spend to convert into, a little bit of coin. With great life gain comes great card draw. Pacers fan forever. Thanks so much for your super chat. The Warren War Leader. A 4-mana 4/4. It's a Rabbit Knight. It's got Offspring of 2. Now, whenever you attack, choose 1. You can either create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token that's tapped and attacking. It's creating a lot of Offspring at this point. Or attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. It's actually a decent body for as a 4/4 creature. And then for 6 mana, we get 2 4/4 bodies. It's like rhinos. Okay, we got Toads with the Depth Defiler. This is a 5-mana 3/5 Eldrazi, devoid, kicker of colorless. When you cast this spell, choose 1. If it was kicked, choose both instead. Return target creature to its owner's hand, or target player draws 2 cards, then discards a card. Target player draws. Okay, so I thought there was gonna be a thing like we bounce the creature, and then make the opponent discard it, but like that's not actually possible. We still bounce the creature, but we're gonna end up drawing some cards out of it at the same time. No problem. David Hauer with the Wingbane Vantasaur. Wingbane. An arena card. 4 mana for a 4/5 dinosaur. But it's got reach. Because it's so tall. The neck is so tall. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Conjure a card named Savage Stomp into your hand, or conjure a card named Naturalize in your hand. I can't help but feel like these arena cards are just cheating at the game. We just conjure the card directly right into our hand, or into the deck. Hexanort with Glissa Sunslayer. 3 mana for a 3/3 zombie, Phyrexian zombie elf. First strike and death touch. And when it deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. You get to draw a card, you lose 1 life. You can destroy an enchantment, or you can remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. Anti-proliferate tech. This last mode is almost worthless to me. I mean, I guess it can finish off a Planeswalker. If a Planeswalker is at like 5 loyalty, you can attack it for 3, and then you get rid of the rest of the counters. But still, I'm not super hungry for a card that removes counters from other cards. Ya boy! Inspiring Bard. So Inspiring Bard is a 4-mana 3/3 elf bard, and when it enters the battlefield, you choose 1. It can get target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, or you can gain 3 life. Honestly, pretty underwhelming card. Not gonna lie. This is going to be probably one of the worst of the best. You know, we call this the best creature command cards, but it's just probably going to be all that exists. Pacers fan forever with the Silverback Elder. It is an ape. 5 mana for a 5/7 ape shaman. Whenever you cast a creature spell, choose one. You can destroy target artifact or enchantment, so you got to disenchant on it. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, or you gain 4 life. Whenever you cast a creature spell, this is insane. This is absolutely insane ramp. For every creature you play, you keep dumping lands onto the battlefield. If you play 2 creatures a turn, you get 2 more lands out of your deck. Anyway, I think it's pretty good. And also this disenchant is great. Gain 4 life. Maybe I just don't appreciate the 4 life thing. Your boy in Ted says, that'd be my bad. I skipped over the best part. I don't think we're gonna be looking at the finest, most exquisite, best command cards in the game anyway. Christopher B, let's go look at Ravager Worm. It is a 6 mana 4/5 worm with Riot. When Ravager Worm enters the battlefield, choose up to 1. Ravager Worm fights target creature you don't control. Destroy target land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability. I feel like there's supposed to be a third option here. Oh, I guess we can just fight things. Why not? Destroy target land with an activated ability. Okay, it has to have... Okay, so basically I can destroy a non-basic land that's trying to do more tricksy things than add mana around here. We can the only honest land around here is a creature casting land and does nothing else. John with the Skemfar Shadow Sage. It's a 4 mana 2/5 elf cleric. Enters the battlefield, choose 1. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Or you can gain X life, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Is this just like bad Gary? I think this is just bad Gary. This is supremely bad Gary. The Great Merchant of Asphodel is like, what, 1 more mana and doesn't care about your creature type. It just cares that the card has black mana symbols. Want to see them Skullman in the top right corner. The elf decks love it. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. It's just another, what's it called? The 3 mana one. So the 3 mana one, ETB, drain your opponent for all the elves you have in play, basically. Evan with the Sun Cleanser. One of the more popular cards right now in Modern. A 2 mana 1/4 cleric. Can't be lightning bolted. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Remove all counters from target creature. It can't have counters or put on it as long as Sun Cleanser remains on the battlefield, or target opponent loses all counters, and that player can't get counters for as long as Sun Cleanser remains on the battlefield. And guess what, Commander players? Guess what? Let me tell you. Let me give you a little piece of tech. If you Sun Cleanser a friend, because you can't target yourself, they can't get infect counters. Just an idea, all right? Just an idea. The options available. When you utilize that mode, tell your friend tell your friend to thank me. Okay, next up, Little Dead Flag looking for redemption with Orzhov the Pontiff. Ugh. This card is complicated because of the damn haunt. 3 mana for a 1/1 human cleric. When this creature dies, exile it, haunting another creature. When Orzhov Pontiff enters the battlefield, or the creature haunts, or the creature it haunts dies, choose 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn, and creatures you don't control get -1/-1 until end of turn. Get your sack outlets, people. The sack outlets are important. You got no sack outlets? This haunt is useless to you. I'm telling you. Godzilla-sized fireballs. Keeper of the Accord. Impressed the pod last night. It's my birthday margarita time. All right, I love it. Happy birthday. Do I have a birthday sound effect for you? I got something here. Okay, we have a 4-mana 3/4 human soldier. Now, at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player controls more creatures than you, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. At the beginning of each end step, if that player... There's no mode card on here. Disqualified. Minovsky says, hey, hello crew, what in Pete's name is a creature command? It's got to be a creature that has at least a choose one or more part of the card, where there's like modes that you can choose from. Either one or more. They can be triggered however you want, either by ETB, death, activated ability to sacrifice. I don't care. Henrik, Titan of Industry. Islar says it should be modal creature. You know what? That's how it started, and then everyone pre-show got confused. They're like naming double-sided cards and everything. So I had to change it to make it more clear. Otherwise, because there are like modal face cards, you know what I mean? So that is like a little bit ambiguous. Titan of Industry. It's big. For 7 mana, it's a 7/7 elemental. Reach and trample. And it enters the battlefield, you choose 2. You can destroy an artifact or enchantment, gain the 5 life, create a 4/4 rhino. I think that's the best mode. And put a shield counter on a creature you control. Maybe the Titan of Industry. Maybe. This looks like the absolute banger card to blink. Blink that card, make more rhinos. You get 2 each time. Okay, let's go with Banovsky. Hooded Assassin. Good limited and cubes. This is a 3-mana 1/2. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on Hooded Assassin or destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. This is terrible. 3 mana for a 2/3 is garbage. And also, it's like, what happened to the creature that got damaged this turn? I mean, what happened to the creature that damaged the other creature this turn? Probably it died, right? We had to sacrifice a creature to enable our Hooded Assassin. Anyway. Maybe this is good in, like, Pauper Cube or something. Oh, boy. With the Oltec Matter Weaver. What are creature commands? Maybe I got to rename the show to modal creatures, but then people are going to, like, screw that up again. Okay, 3 mana for a 2/4 human artificer. Whenever you cast a creature spell, choose 1. Create a 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature token, or you can create a token that's a copy of target artifact token you control. We need more photocopies. That's what the Ultic Matter Weaver says. We got a photocopy. This person believes in proxying. I'll tell you that right now. Ultic Matter Weaver is the face of proxies out there. Also possible that they make the counterfeits. They make them counterfeits from China. Okay, next up. Let's get Red Shiftish. Kargan Intimidator has been the best sentence in Magic. Okay, we have a 2 mana 3/1 human warrior. Cowards can't block warriors. True. Pay 1. Choose 1 that hasn't been chosen this turn. Kargan Intimidator gets +1/+1 until end of turn, or target creature becomes a coward until end of turn. Target warrior gains trample until end of turn. I'll allow it. I will allow it. Judith Carnage Connoisseur. Every instant comes with a. I think we did that one. Did we do? Did we do Judith? Judith Carnage. Oh, we didn't do this one. Okay, we have 5 mana 3/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you get to choose 1. That spell gains Death Touch and Lifelink. Also, create a 2/2 red imp creature token. When this creature dies, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. It's like a little bomb. It's like a bomb that can attack. The bomb doesn't need to blow up in Mario. You can just walk right into it, and then it damages you. What can I tell you? Murphy's Law with Varagoth. Blood Sky Sire. Sorry, Blood Sky Sire. This is a 3 mana 2/3 Demon Rogue with Death Touch. And it's got Boast. Target player searches. No modes. The Squalafarinos. Just random age with Kogla, and Yadaru. Okay, it's a 6-mana 7/7, but they're tag teams, all right? It's an ape and dinosaur tag team match for the the tag team championships. Enters the battlefield, choose one. It gains trample and haste until end of turn, or it fights target creature you don't control. And also for 4 mana, discard Kogla and Yadaru, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, and shuffle Kogla and Yadaru into your library from your graveyard, and then draw a card. Wow! That's actually, I really like this last ability. You actually just can't lose. It's almost like a superior Boseiju. It costs a little bit more mana, but you know what? I think I prefer draw the card for 4 mana than spend 2 mana to destroy an artifact or enchantment. Strictly better Boseiju. Okay, less than with Mishra Lost to Phyrexia. This is a 9/9. Whenever Mishra Lost to Phyrexia enters the battlefield or attacks, choose 3. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Mishra deals 3 damage to any target. Destroy target artifact or planeswalker. Creatures you control gain menace and trample until end of turn. Creatures you don't control get -1/-1 until end of turn. And create 2 tap Power Stone tokens. Okay, the last ability sucks. How do we even get this, though? You have to, like, combine 2 things together. It's not worth it to get there, but whatever, I suppose. Okay, Benovsky, thanks so much for the super chat. Redeeming myself with Gandalf the Grey. Everyone has to redeem themselves today. Gandalf the Grey, 5 mana for a 3/4 Avatar Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Whenever you tap or untap... Sorry, you may tap or untap target permanent. Gandalf the Grey can deal 3 damage to each opponent. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy or put Gandalf on top of its owner's library. This card's absolutely fantastic. I like this card a lot. Like, bolts turn into 6 damage. Playing anything, frankly, taps down your opponent's board so you can get in for the attack. And whenever you try to kill the Gandalf... I mean, let's say this was your let's say this was your commander, and you threaten to kill it. You just play any random spell, and whoop, goes right back on top of your library. Oh, it's counting, though. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Oh, no. It's okay. I have a feeling. Does it do these reset at end of turn? Or is this like keeping track for forever? And hence why we want to put the Gandalf back on top of our deck so that we can reset this whole thing. Or we need to blink it. Not a lot of blink in blue-red, though. There's some, though. They stay until it's gone. Ah. When it leaves the field, it resets, but keeps track for forever. Okay, this is a lot worse than I thought it was, but you know, it's still good. I still like it. Okay, I can get behind this card. Okay, Islarf with Shadrix... Silver Quill. 5 mana for a 2/5 Elder Dragon with flying and double strike. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may choose 2. Each mode must target a different player. Target player creates a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Or target player puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature they control. Buffing the entire team is pretty good. Evan with the super chat, the Tiller Engine. Sounds like an artifact. It is an artifact, but it's also a creature, and that's what matters on this show. 2 mana for a 1/3 construct. Whenever a land enters the battlefield tapped and under your control, choose 1. It's basically like a landfall ability. Why didn't they just name it Landfall? Anyway, untap that land. What? Tap target non-land permanent and opponent controls. What a weird ability. So it's like Amulet of Vigor for lands. Basically. The Red Scout. Lord Skitter's Butcher. This is a bug? Oh, it's a rat. 3 mana for a 2/3 rat peasant. Now, when enters the battlefield, choose 1. Create a 1/1 black rat creature token with this creature can't block. Well, that's useless. And then you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, you scry 2. And then draw a card. And creatures you control gain menace until end of turn. I like that one. The menacing one. Good luck blocking my creatures. Especially if you swarm in with all them rats. We got Pyron Kier with Ayula. Queen Among Bears. The Bears. Not sure if chosen already. Just got here. Welcome. You came here right in time. And you got in your Ayula. It's a 2-mana 2/2 bear. What else did you expect? And then whenever another bear enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target bear, or target bear you control fights target creature you don't control. And I'm very sad to say that Ayula did not really help the bear decks all that much. But it did help those who are trying to fight over flavor. The damn draws with Galadriel, Light of Valinor. Holy moly, look at this card. It's a 5-mana 3/3 elf noble with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1 that hasn't been chosen this turn. You can add 3 green mana, which is whenever another creature. So you get a rebate. You know, buy 1 creature, basically get 1/2 off. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, or you can scry 2, then draw a card. Whenever another creature chosen this, choose 1 that hasn't been chosen this turn. I say, okay. Very, very, very interesting. Next up, do we have no other suggestions? Do the suggestions die here? Am I still live? Okay, I'm gonna keep going one way or another. Let's go back into the. I'm going back into the past. Who do I not have? Christopher B. Let's give you another one. Putrid Warrior and Shadrick Silverquill. Okay, we didn't look at Putrid Warrior. A 2-mana 2/2 zombie soldier. Whenever Putrid Warrior deals damage, choose 1. Each player loses 1 life, and each player gains 1 life. Okay, we're still live. People just people just ran out of cards. The key, and Christopher B knows this better than anyone else. You got to use Scryfall for this. Scryfall is an absolute godsend. Okay, this is an old card. I was around. I wouldn't say I just started playing around Apocalypse, but whenever it deals damage, choose 1. Each player loses 1 life, or each player gains 1 life. What a weird modal card. Okay, so some people use Scryfall. Some people look through their collection. I didn't know that was a strategy. You just grab a bunch of cards from a box and start looking through them. Oh, I found one! And then you start typing on the keyboard. I'm assuming Elder Gargroth has been done. It has not been done. But we do, before we get into Elder Gargroth, we gotta thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. Where do you think them Elder Gargroth's gonna come from? I get my Elder Gargroths all from FusionGamingOnline.com. I think I've had to buy 1 or 2. Maybe not. No, maybe not. Anyway, I buy a lot of cards from FusionGamingOnline.com. If you were looking to get Magic the Gathering Foundations, Innistrad Remastered, or the Deal of the Week, which is 20% off old deck boxes, you know where to get them from. And you know how to support the channel. Get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu for all your purchases to get 5% off everything at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online, so you can play all paper formats digitally on Magic Online. It gives you that competitive edge. No matter what happens, no matter what they ban, it doesn't matter, because you can rent a new deck, and you can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_4KA. Okay, Elder Gargaroth from, who was it? Benjamin Berkeley. I don't get the title. Okay, look. Here's the deal. Let's cryptic command. You know these command cards? Like, I don't know, maybe not everyone knows these. All the command cards have one thing in common. There's like a list of things to choose from, and you got to choose one or two. And we want the creature versions of this, the creature versions. And Elder Gargroth is a card that it's a 6/6 for 5 mana, Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Now, when it attacks or blocks, you get to choose one. You get a 3/3 green beast creature token. You can gain 3 life, or you can draw a card. This is one of the best green creatures, probably one of the best like green, green creature commands in the game. It's not too expensive. You don't get any immediate ETB, but it's real because it has vigilance and reach. It's really good at attacking and blocking. Not to mention, it's got 6 power for crying out loud at 5 mana, and you get additional resources. Must assemble additional pylons. What is the additional pylons? I know it's from StarCraft. You must construct additional pylons. That's right. That's what the Elder Gargroth is doing. Next up. There we go. Beanpot with Deceiver Exarch. A card that is like sort of unbanned in Modern at the moment. 3 mana for a 1/4 with Flash. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Untap target permanent you control. Usually the Splinter Twin Deceiver Exarch. Or tap target permanent opponent controls. Usually your opponent's land at their upkeep. Very super frustrating. Oh, sorry. Not even at the end of turn. You don't want to let them know that you have Deceiver Exarch. You want them to overextend with maybe 1 to no lands in play. And then at end of turn, you flash in the Deceiver Exarch. And then the player realizes that they are screwed. The land is tapped. They untap. They slam the Splinter Twin for the win. Next, let's... You need more Overseers? Is that a StarCraft reference? I wouldn't know. Evan with the Tectonic Giant. 4 mana, 3/4. Whenever Tectonic Giant attacks or becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, choose one. Tectonic Giant deals 3 damage to each opponent, or exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Damn! That's some pretty good card advantage. So all I have to do is attack, and then until the end of your next turn. So you can realistically tap out, attack, and then you have cards for next turn to play and cast. Blinksonic, I have a feeling you're about to get disqualified. Chromats. Because these are all these are all activated abilities. Now, I mean, it needed to be like activated ability and then choose one or more. This is each one is a different activated ability, so it gets disqualified. If you have another card, I'll keep an eye out for you. Let's get Jay with Baral and Kari Zev. Oops. Kari. There we go. It's a 3 mana 2/4 human. First strike and menace. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value. No, this is disqualified. This is not a command card. Does not have choose one or anything. Mr. Bright-Sided with Balor. Five mana, 5/5 flying demon. Whenever Balor attacks or dies, choose one or more. Each mode must target a different player. Target opponent draws 3 cards, then discards 3 cards at random. Oh no! Well, so basically what? That we might help our opponent there. They get to literally draw 3 cards. Who doesn't use the graveyard these days? Target opponent sacrifices a non-token artifact, and then Balor deals damage to target opponent equal to the number of cards in their hand. This draw 3 cards, then discard 3 cards at random. That is definitely not going to work out for you, in my opinion. David Grove says, yeah, you need more Overseers is the Zerg version of more Pylons. Ah, okay, I get it. Zerg Rush! I've barely played StarCraft, so I'm just pretending to be a StarCraft stan. Bell with Dawnbringer Cleric. Blinksomniac, I'm looking out for you. Get redemption. This is a 2-mana 1/3 cleric. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Cure wounds, you gain 2 life. Dispel magic, destroy target enchantment. And gentle repose, exile target card from a graveyard. You know, it's thanks to cards like these that the custom Magic the Gathering card crew, they give keywords to like every damn thing that they invent. I blame cards like Dawnbringer Cleric and all those commander precons that have to codename everything. Welcome, Lightning X Medic. Okay, we got just a random mage with Soul Canar, the Tainted. This is a 5-mana 5/5. At the beginning of your end step, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You can draw a card. Each opponent could lose 2 life and you can gain 2 life. Soul Canar deals 3 damage to up to 1 other target creature or planeswalker. Or exile Soul Canar, then return it to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Ooh! Interesting. And when it's been exiled, they can use all the modes all over again. Very sneaky. Very, 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 very sneaky. Okay, Dadam draws. Did we do Rankle? Rankle and Torbran. I guess not. This is a 5-mana 3/4 fairy dwarf, flying, first strike, and haste. When Rankle and Torbran deal combat damage to a player or battle, choose any number. Each player creates a treasure token. Each player sacrifices a creature, or if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. Deals combat damage to a player, choose any number. So I can just do all of them. Very, very much in the flavor of Rankle. Where's the Torbran part of this card? Oh, I see. If a source deals damage, it deals that much plus 2. I got it. Okay, who else? Okay, who doesn't have 2 cards yet at this point? There seems to be very few people who understand the topic of today's show. Look at Christopher B's at Sushi. 4 mana for a 4/4 Dragon Spirit, flying and trample. When it dies, choose one. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Also, you can create 3 treasure tokens. The value, people. But unfortunately, the value only happens when it dies. It has to. This card has to kick the bucket. Atsushi, I'll remember you for your 3 treasure tokens that you gave me. 3 treasure tokens. More people are still asking. Creature commands? Yes. Look, modal cards that are not double-faced cards. Think of it that way. Good sacrifice target. Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve Cooper, but I don't think we target anything when we sacrifice them. Okay, we got Moody with Gala Greeters. Oh, we did this one. We also did Titan of Industry. It absolutely did count. It was great. Turiot's here. Scare Tiller. 4 mana for a 1/4 Scarecrow. When it becomes tapped, choose one. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Is that it? Becomes... Oh, just when it becomes... So if it attacks, or if you use Springleaf Drum, you can put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tap, or return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. That's great with fetch lands. Step 1, Springleaf Drum. Step 2, the Scare Tiller. Scare your opponent with all your mana ramp. Ferginka says, I understood the topic, but all my potential suggestions are terrible. Ferginka, send them this way. You send them anyway. But I know the word. I know it says best. None of these cards are the best. Come on, let's be serious. There's like 3 good modal creature cards, basically. The rest is rubbish. We're doing the best we can, all right? This is the best we can creature commands in Magic the Gathering. That's what kind of show this is. Hexenort with the Orcus. Price of Undeath. 4 mana for an X. Sorry, 4 mana X for a 5/3 demon. Flying and trample. Enters the battlefield, choose one. Each other creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, and you lose X life. So, like, we're paying... We have to pay mana and life to shrink the board, and then return up to X target creature cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh! They gain haste until end of turn. Oh! That's a lot better. I can get behind that one. I think we did the Aether Channeler. Little Dead Fly. I feel like you've had 4 cards today, because 2 of them got disqualified. Tetsuo, the Imperial Champion. You're a champion, Tetsuo. 3 mana for a 3/3 Human Samurai. When Tetsuo, Imperial Champion, attacks, if it's equipped, choose one. Tetsuo deals damage equal to the highest mana value among equipment attached to it to any target. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to the highest mana value among equipment attached to Tetsuo without paying its mana cost. This is some equipment card. If it's equipped, choose one. Deals damage. That's a hard one to get online. Okay, here we go. Blank Somniac. It's coming for... Let's do it. Let's get some vengeance here. The Swarm Lord. Get redemption. Okay, 6 mana for a 5/5. Enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it for each time you've cast your commander from the command zone. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it, this is still not a modal card. Yeah, it's gotta be modal cards that aren't double-faced cards. Because there's many different types of like modal cards in Magic. Not with Shuko. Pretty poor Shuko card. Alright, try again, Blink Somniac. Try again. 3rd time's the charm. Damn it. Okay, we got Estic Side Quest with Cult of Skaru? Cult of Skaro. Oh! 4 mana for a 4/4 Dalek. When it attacks, choose one at complete random. They put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Can draw 2 cards. Sack! Create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace. Fast. Each opponent loses 4 life. What is it? They can sack last or fast? I don't get it. What's the sack? You still have no card, Dinglebag? Galadriel. Light of... We did this one, didn't we? We did this one. You were there! I think you've been here since the beginning of the show, to be honest. Just a random mage with Kutzil's flanker. I'm surprised some people are still asking about how this show is working when there's an absolute clear pattern to how this show goes. Flash. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. The 3 mana 3/1 flasher. Put a +1/+1 on Kutzil flanker for each creature that left the battlefield under your control this turn. Or you can gain 2 life and draw 2 cards, or exile target player's graveyard. Good stuff. Pixels with Myojin of Life's Web. Does it have any relation to Charlotte's Web? 9 mana for an 8/8. Comes into play with a divinity counter. Oh no, this is definitely not a modal card. I don't see any mode. Bell with the super chat. We got Oltec Matterweaver. You have a backup. I think we did this one. Okay, we'll go with Asterion. The Decadent. We did not do this one. Thank you for the Vampire Elf Rogue. 6 mana for a 4/4. Death Touch and Lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, choose one. You can feed. Target opponent loses life equal to the amount of life they lost this turn. If they lose half their life, they lose the rest. Friends, you gain life equal to the amount of life you gained this turn. This card could be a dangerous combo piece. Okay, Aztecs trying to get Caesar. Caesar Legion's Empire. Sorry, Emperor. We have a 4-mana 4/4 human soldier. Whenever you attack, you may sacrifice another creature. And when you do, choose 2. You can create 2 1/1 red and white soldier creature tokens with haste that are tapped and attacking. You can draw a card and you lose 1 life. Or Caesar, Legion's Emperor, deals damage equal to the number of creature tokens you control to target opponent. My friend plays Caesar. God, this is an annoying commander. Like, my friend gets to get 1 attack off this. It's basically dooms us all. Elgot with Bamboozling Beeble. Does it have any modes? Protection for remote robots. 1 mana tap. The next time target player would roll. No, this is not a mode card. Sorry. People ask because there's always a new guy. Oh, yeah, I guess so. It's pronounced Kaiser? What, Caesar? Are you serious? This guy's called Kaiser? Or is it someone in chat? Maybe I misunderstood. Okay, next up, let's get Didam's draws Storvald. Storvald Frost Giant Jarl. This is a 7-mana 7/7 giant, ward 3. Other creatures you control have ward 3. Whenever Storvald enters the battlefield or attacks, choose 1 or both. Target creature has base power and toughness 7/7 until end of turn. Target creature has base power and toughness 1/1 until end of turn. Oh yeah, we saw this one. I like the idea of like just like pecking someone for 1 damage. They throw down the Stormvald, shrink the damn thing, and then they're dead. That's the proper Latin pronunciation? Kaiser? Oh. Oh, so what is, when people call him Caesar, that's just a butchered, like, American thing? America, butchering the pronunciation for everything. Nothing is pronounced the way that it's supposed to be because... I mean, maybe it's not limited to Americans. It's basically the entire Western English-speaking world is like, we're not pronouncing it like that. F that. Oh, that's not even hard to pronounce. Bell. Ooh, I like this Coma. Coma is absolutely. Cosmos Serpent. 7 mana for a 6/6. Can't be countered. But at the beginning of each upkeep, create a 3/3 blue serpent creature token named Coma's Coil. Sack another serpent. Sacrifice another serpent. Choose 1. Tap target permanent. Its activated abilities can't be activated this turn. And also Coma Cosmos Serpent gains indestructible until end of turn. And we all know how much everyone loves indestructible. Very popular mechanic, I hear. We did Elder Gogroth Blacklands Geo. A lot of people coming in late here today. Okay, Friginka is like, I don't want to be part of the show. I only know crap, trash cards. And I'm like, bring them anyway. And now Friginka suggests Gabrielle Angelfire. But warning us, ooh, is it even a modal card, though? Okay, 7 mana for a 4/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose Flying, First Strike, Trample, or Rampage. Gains that ability until your next upkeep. You know what? I'll tell you this much. When I saw this block of a paragraph, I didn't think it was going to be a modal card. I'm surprised. The Beeble ability contains choose 1. Let's go. The Bamboozling Beeble. Blue 1/1. Protection from robots. Pay 1. Tap. The next time target player would roll 1 or more dice this turn. Instead, they roll that many dice plus 1, and you choose 1. That has nothing to do. We're supposed to choose for us, not for our opponent. It's not even close to the same. It's not close to the same thing. Pyron Kier says, you know, that's something that might be akin to modal. Villainous choice. Second, wait, villainous choice isn't a creature. Second is Davros Dalek Creator. The creator of the Daleks, you say. Menace at the beginning of your end step, create a 3/3 black Dalek creature token with Menace. If an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, then each opponent loses who lost 3 or more life. No, it's not. It's unfortunately not modal. There is no mode. The mode is you do what this paragraph says. That's basically it. We did Urtire Resurrected. Christopher B, you were there. We did the Grizzly Bear. You were there because you've been here since the beginning, for crying out loud. Murphy's Law, the plundering barbarian. Is a pirate? No, it's a dwarf barbarian. I feel like it's a pirate. 3 mana for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. You can destroy a target artifact. It's called Smash the Chest. Or you can pry it open, create a treasure token. Pry it open. It's funny. We can just destroy the whole thing, including the contents inside, or we can open it gently and we actually get treasure. And that treasure can be converted for an entire source of mana. Benjamin Berkeley with Galta and Mavrin. Do they have modes? Okay, this is a 7 mana 12/12 dinosaur vampire trample. Now, when you attack, you choose one. You create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures, or create X/1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. Fantastic card, if you can get it going. Getting it to casting it and getting it to resolve and attacking with, that's a whole different story. Freakinka says, something with this slow mode is wrong. I can write only once per 5 to 10 minutes, and it always says wait 45 seconds. Maybe just refresh the page. I'm telling you, Black Lens shit, we've done that already. The Urtai has been resurrected. Oh, Atalia? Is that a different one? Atalia. Oh! Okay. Okay, it's a 5 mana 2/3. Human Cleric. Pay X, tap, choose one. Prevent the next X damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn, or you gain X life. Spend only white mana this way. Also, spend your life very well. You don't need to redeem yourself with another super chat, Blinksomniac. I mean, you don't. It's completely unnecessary. Okay, so you're gonna redeem. So you have 2 of them. You want Glissa, Herald of Predation. Thank God, this is definitely going to work. And you have another one, Radagast, Wizard of Wilds. 3 mana. This Glissa, 3/5. Phyrexian Zombie Elf. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you get to choose one. You can incubate twice. You can transform all incubator tokens you control. Who knows what's under those tokens? And Phyrexians you control gain first strike and death touch until end of turn. Death touch is strong. And what's the other one? I'll give you another super chat sound effect just for that. Radagast, Wizard of Wilds. I spelled that wrong. Oh, this fellow. It's a 4 mana 3/5 Avatar Wizard. Radagast. Isn't that Tom? Is that Tom Bombadil? Bambadil? Is it the same person? Just in disguise? Okay, Ward 1. Beasts and birds you control have Ward 1. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, choose one. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token, or create a 2/2 blue bird creature token with flying. Very interesting. It's not? It's 2 different people, but both are one with nature. Alan with Lobelia, Defender of Bag End. Did they have... Wait a minute. Did they have umbrellas back then? Seriously. Is that like... I feel like that's technology that they may not have access to. No lie. Anyway, I'm a little bit confused here. Like, when was the I mean, I should look at when was umbrella invented? The umbrella was invented over 4,000 years ago. Okay. Okay, I guess it's not really complicated tech. Anyway, 3 mana 2/2. When Lobelia enters the battlefield, look at the top card of each opponent's library and exile those cards face down. Tap, sack an artifact, choose one. Until end of turn, you may play a card exiled with Lobelia without paying its mana cost, or each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Yeah, I know. Google says 4,000 years ago. Was it always the same? They were large, cumbersome, and made from bamboo or wood. Well, this is not bamboo and wood. This is literally a modern... Looking at this again. This is a modern day umbrella, Coffee Crew. I feel like, this is like finding a digital watch in one of those history movies. Oh, look, they're wearing a digital watch, that's giving me the same vibes. But I don't know. Maybe it's been around for a long time. Okay, next up. We have a super chat here from Trent Sims. No card yet. Mishra lost to Phyrexia. Technically 2 cards. Oh, no, you know what, Trent? We did this one, unfortunately. Pulled this guy off in Brothers War pre-release. That is an absolute achievement unlocked. Congratulations. So if you have another card, Trent, I'll keep an eye out for you, but otherwise... Okay, 1852 for the modern one, according to Google. You know what? I think they effed up. I don't think Middle-earth took place in 1852. If I understand, Middle-earth takes place like before, I don't know, thousands of years before civilization hit Earth. So I think they screwed up here. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, Pacers fan forever with at Sushi, the Blazing Sky. Okay, 4 mana for a 4/4 flying and trample, and when it dies, exile 1. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of turn. Until your next turn, you can play those cards or create 3 treasure tokens. Actually, we might have done this one. Some of these like creature command cards, they're all blurring together. Middle Earth also isn't on Earth, so I thought it sort of was. The Middle Earth, like they left Middle Earth and then they came eventually to what became our actual Earth. It's at least what a friend told me a long time ago. Because everyone left Middle Earth. Or I don't know if everyone left. At least the humans at some point left. Maybe I'm wrong. Honestly, I really don't know the lore to Lord of the Rings that deeply. I'm just working with what other people have told me. And maybe it's all BS. Not the same motion. Also, slow mode sucks. Well, the problem is, if I don't use slow mode, some of you have a comment like every second or third comment. So I gotta slow mode you all down. I gotta throw the whip at you. Gotta keep the Coffee Crew in order here. Who doesn't have a card yet? Could be. I don't know Lord of the Rings either. What do you do? What are you doing telling me how Lord of the Rings work here? I do know Middle Earth is not exactly like a land. It's like a magical land, What do we got here? There's apparently in a Starbucks in Game of Thrones. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Who are we missing here? Let's give another one to Pacers fan with Junji, the Midnight Sky. Ooh, I like this one. 5 mana, 5/5. When it dies, choose 1. Each opponent discards 2 cards and loses 2 life, or put target non-dragon creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And you lose 2 life. Love it a lot. Lord of the Rings is set 3018 of the Third Age, and Middle Earth has been around for thousands of years. You know what? That doesn't help me with the timeline compared to the actual world. Blacklands Geo with a Glissa Sun. I think we did Glissa. Yeah, we did Glissa. Sorry about that. Do we have anything new? Do we have any? Do we have any new business? New business, people. Dinglebag. Kaith, famed mechanist. Oh yeah, that's new. 4 mana, 3/3. Dwarf Artificer. Fabricate 1. Other non-token creatures you control have Fabricate 1. Also pay 2. Tap. Choose 1. You can populate. You can proliferate. Is it a difficult decision? But the decision is yours. Maybe you need to make another creature on the battlefield. Maybe you need to grow your creatures. Maybe you have to increase that infect. Okay, we got Modi with Ravager Worm. 6 mana for a 4/5. It's got Riot. Enters the battlefield. Choose up to 1. Fights target creature you don't control, or destroy target land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability. Oh, we did that one too, actually. Okay, we're running out of new business. Okay, one more. 3. You know, we have 3 disqualifications. That's basically it. The Dalek card does contain a choice in the last line. Which one? There's a lot of Dalek cards. Okay, Lou. Lou coming in at the end. Reckless Ogre. Save the show, Lou! It's not a modal card. Attacks no other creatures. Yeah, that's not a modal card at all. Nikachu, can you do a demon tier list? Pretty sure we do. Oh, update? No, we're not going to update it. It's been done. Okay, that's it. I think. Okay, we'll give one to Steve Cooper. I don't know how many cards I've been given to Steve Cooper. Magus, Lucia, Kane. I don't even know. Is this even like a modal card? 4 mana for a 1/1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Psychic Stimulation. Tap, add, double colorless. When you next cast a spell with X in its mana cost, or activate an ability with X in its activation cost, copy that spell or ability. You choose new targets for the copy. 3 strikes, you're out. You're out. You're out of line, Coffee Crew. It's the first time I had to end a show because like 3 cards got disqualified back to back to back. Or actually not disqualified, but like, you know, we did it. Disqualified. Honestly, we've had rougher shows. We've had way rough. I've been through worse. I've been doing this for years. But you know when we can do this? We do this 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please be there and join us all. Be one with the coffee, everyone. Thanks everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, my coffee crew, for being here. Even if you might get disqualified here and there. People like Blacklands Geo, Algot, Lou, we got Benjamin Berkeley, Steve Cooper, we got Chally, Mr. Brightside, Lesthean, Little Deadfly, Trent Sims. Oh, you didn't get a card. You know what? You super chatted. You deserve a card here. Vindictive Leech. Or Lich. Vindictive Lich. We didn't do that one. This is going to be great. Okay, Vindictive Lich, 4 mana for a 4/1. Choose 1 or more. Each mode must target a different player. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. Target opponent discards 2 cards, or target opponent loses 5 life. The show is saved. It's officially saved at the end, right at the bell. So thank you and of course, thank you so much for being here. And as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.